On the profile interview segment this week, I'll be speaking with the national president of the Nigerian Union of Teachers. It tells me it's expedient for teachers to be rewarded accordingly, while emphasizing the need for some state governments yet to implement the new national minimum wage for teachers to do so to avoid an industrial action. It's good to have you on the program.
Thank you, Sharon, and you're welcome.
Like I said, it's my first time in your office.
Sure.
We meet in every other part of town without being in your office.
Sure,
but I'm happy I'm in your office.
We meet outside my office. We meet maybe in NLC, at NLC.
Oh,
we meet even outside the country in Geneva. We met last time in Geneva.
That's
at times in Lagos. Today you are in my office.
Yes, I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Very quickly, I would like us to talk about the minimum wage. Currently, the federal government, the organized private sector, and labor itself were able to agree to 70,000 naira as the minimum wage. What has been your assessment? We have some state governors that are already paying as much as 100,000 naira. What is your assessment so far as regards the implementation of the new national minimum wage, which is almost due for a renegotiation?
Yeah, thank you for this very important question. And as I said, you're welcome to my office, the headquarters of Nigerian Union of Teachers. Regarding the issue of minimum wage, I will say, thank God, but as of today, the 70,000 naira minimum wage that we so agree with government, to an extent, has been overtaken by event. If you look at the economic situation of the country, minimum wage of 70,000 naira, as at this moment, I would say clearly, is nothing to write home about, going by the indices of the inflation that is all over the country. Cost of living is high, more especially to people working within the open city. Take, for example, in Abuja, if you pay a civil servant a minimum of 70,000, I begin to wonder where this could take him to. At times, if I come to the office and I find maybe few of them in the office, I find it difficult to ask questions because I know the situation. So it becomes obvious that a vehicle need to be provided for them. I had to position one of our buses that is plying that route, Gwagwalada, Lugbe, at least to ease the transportation aspect for them. And as it were, so far so good about the implementation. It has been implemented.
Which you're actually the person in charge of the implementation
sure,
of the
that's why I'm taking you to. Yes, I will say, to God be the glory, this is the first of its kind that minimum wage pronouncement was made, and government at the center, at the state, and to an extent at the local government key into the implementation without much hesitation. We are aware earlier before now, when minimum wage is being pronounced, you will see state not implementing, local government not implementing, or state are implementing for state civil servants, then allowing the local government to continue to linger for years and stuff like that. But with this one, when we are able to take statistics, we are made to understand that within the pronouncement period of about 1 to 3 months, over 70% of our states and the federal government implemented. As I speak to you this moment, I can say authoritatively that I think, if not Zamfara, Kaduna, and I think Yobe, that are yet to implement for local government workers. Zamfara has not implemented at all. I think Yobe too has not done the same. Kaduna, which is my state, has implemented haphazardly to state civil servants, excluding local government workers and primary school teachers. That is the situation we are as at now.
So what's Congress doing about that?
Yes, we are making frantic effort. In fact, I was in Kaduna this weekend, and I was able to meet with the leadership of my union, which is NUT, to discuss within the level that they are regarding implementation of this minimum wage. And they clearly explained to me with so much concern anyway, which I felt it because I'm also from Kaduna. It's worrisome that as we speak, my constituency, which is the teachers, more especially primary school teachers in Kaduna, are yet to benefit from this minimum wage. I was made to understand that the verification in Kaduna has come and gone, and they are waiting implementation of the minimum wage. The union there has warned that if such is not done, they will have no alternative than to embark on strike. And I advised them, I said, they should put it in writing. You don't just talk verbally. Give them notice. The law says notify your employer. If you fail to do A, B, C within a specific period of time, this may be the repercussion of you failing to do that. It's disheartening, it's worrisome to hear that a state is still battling with issue of minimum wage when we are thinking of discussing with government on the next minimum wage that we need to canvass for our workers.
So generally, what's the welfare? What has been the welfare, the state of the welfare of teachers across Nigeria?
Not encouraging at all. All of us are Nigerians, you understand, and I keep on saying that there can never be too much for education. There can never be a situation whereby you said you have expanded sufficient or enough resources, not sufficient, enough resources to education. No. Certainly, we have not gotten anywhere. That's just it. Teachers supposed to be placed on a special salary. Special. Just the way if you work in any of this oil industry, your salary is different. What are you contributing? Those people that are working in the oil industry were taught by teachers. Then you are relegating the person that must have imparted that knowledge to that person that calls himself maybe an engineer or a technician or whatever. Because he was in the oil industry, you pay him a huge amount of money. Forgetting about that person that must have impacted that knowledge. Let me give you a small instance that is disgraceful. I'm yet to speak about it. Of recent, we saw this young girl that came first from Yobe State in English all over the world. Right? Surprisingly, the federal government under the minister invited them to kind of honor them. 200,000 naira was what the federal government gave that girl. 200,000 naira. So forth. And aside from that, what about the teacher that must have taught her? Where does he belong to? It was silent. Does she got that knowledge from the blues? Certainly no. I was expecting the government to say, who is the English teacher? Let's encourage such thing. You understand me? Where now is the encouragement? She's supposed to be celebrated up to this moment that we are talking about it. She's supposed to be celebrated. Government is supposed to specially give her scholarship. That is just it. to encourage the other younger ones that are growing up
to study more,
to work hard. I'm forgetting about the teacher. That's my concern. Where is the position of the teacher? So when are we going to get it right in this country? I'm a teacher from primary school level. There are teachers in our localities that you wouldn't like to see them. It's not their making. It's the situation that made them to look like the way they are.
So how would you react to brain drain? Because it's public knowledge that we have lots of teachers, you know, seek greener pastures to other countries. In fact, there are some developed countries that you know, that have opened their house or their home to teachers from Nigeria and other underdeveloped countries. So how would you react to that? How is that affecting the system? Would you say that we even have enough teachers in the classroom to teach the number of student population that we have right now?
We don't have teachers. We don't have teachers. There are places, there are schools, even within my state, that you find out it is only the teacher that is there as the classroom teacher, as the headmaster, with maybe 3, 4, 5 blocks of classroom or 6 blocks of classroom. If you go there, you say, where's the teacher? I'm the teacher. Where's the headmaster? I'm the headmaster. Where's the security guard? I'm the security guard. Only one person. Teachers in Nigeria can perform anywhere in the world. And that is why you see them going out of the country. By His grace, by the position that God has given us to lead Nigerian teachers, we've traveled all over. We've gone. We've seen how system work. We've seen how education works outside the shoe of this country. We've seen how teachers are well taken care of. Just FCT had to go on 3-month strike, shamefully, this federal capital, because of minimum wage, 70,000 naira minimum wage. There was no education for primary education for 3 months. If not of reason, people went on strike. And between this strike period, only God knows some of the teachers that must have found the greener pasture and left. How can you dehumanize the teacher to the level that he must go on strike before you listen to him and you say you want the system to work? If government want to stop brain drain, then government need to do the needful. Government had to concentrate on education. They have to put in a lot of resources to make sure that you return. We had a lot of proposal which we brought out to government some years back. A special salary structure for teachers, housing unit for housing estate for teachers, special allowance, good, you know, all those things. Yeah, all for teachers, and even special bonuses for students that are ready to read education, just to encourage them because they want to become teachers and all whatnot. None. The only thing that was it was part of it was this elongation of service from 35 to 40 years of service, from 60 to 65 years of each. That was the only thing that was that has gone far. As I speak, I think about 24 states so far have implemented that, and it stops there.
Okay, let's talk about the federal government rolling out new curriculum. How is the Nigerian Union of Teachers, you know, responding to this?
Good and fine. Curriculum naturally has to go with the new trend because we are living in an evolving world, and what you do years back maybe archaic to what is happening now. And as teachers, we are ready for any curriculum that will be at par with world best practice. All over the world, the people are beginning to shift from one stage to the other. We should be seen going along with what is happening. I remember years back, we have this, even in our school, when we were in secondary school, we have what we call technical department, where you will be taught some technical thing, woodwork, metal work, and all whatnot. I don't think that those things are still there. So curriculum adjustment or development is very, very important so that we can be able to at least go with what the world all over is talking about. So the program is ongoing, and Nigerian Union of Teachers, we are also part of it. Let's see how we partner with government to come up with. But funding, you see me repeating. Let us not go and do things and go and keep them, because no any change can be able to be successful without sufficient funding. Funding and follow-up. Funding and follow-up. Backup.
On a final note, there's been a lot of conversation as regards evaluation of students in Nigeria. And in this year, 2025, Nigerian students did not find it funny with examiners, be it WAEC or JAM. We don't know of NECO. But for WAEC and JAM, it was horrible. Students actually have to re-upload their results, you know, just to seek for admission. What are your observations about these? Does NUT actually have any recommendations going forward?
We have a lot of recommendations strengthening the system. We are in a digital environment. You understand me? And once you say you want to go digital, if you're not careful, you'll be messed up. So my own little decision was to kind of advise JAM to strengthen their internal protection about examination and all whatnot, because people can sabotage. It's clear. You could be doing your best, somebody somewhere will just be looking at you, we know where to get you. You say we can't drink water, we will show you. The same thing with this WAEC thing that came out. You could see the mess of loading twice, whatever, twice and all whatnot. You came out with a scores and everybody was shouting. And I make comment. I said, how can somebody had A in physics, had A in chemistry? You understand me? These are mathematics-related courses. We are teachers now. We are the ones that teach them. And he has failed mathematics, F9, or pass in mathematics. All these things cumulatively are issues that we need to sit down as critical stakeholders to look at how best we can be able to get this thing done seamlessly without we having issues here and there. Because JAM, WAEC, and NECO are the future of these young children. And if something happened at that level, it destabilizes.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Sharon, for having me.
This was quite in-depth.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You're welcome.
And that's all we can take on today's edition of the program. Join us next week for a fresh edition of the show. I am Sharon Ijason. Thanks for watching, and remember that labor creates wealth.